They say music is therapy, right? Music is therapeutic, and so like that's part of our responsibility as artists, or that's part of who we are. We're able to connect to people or captivate them or inspire them through our music and our messages. So, like for me, I utilize music as therapy when I was growing up because I dealt with like racism and gangs growing up as a young teenage boy, Hmong boy, and so that's something that music helped me really get through a lot of those issues. This is my like third compilation, and my first compilation was the H Project. The H Project, for example, was about the human rights violations. So Hmong artists were writing about like Watching Leona and Delicious Venom, my group, Shattered Echoes. We're all writing those issues and capturing those emotions. It's a different issue, but it's the same type of deal, which we're raising awareness, right? And so this is also, you're raising awareness about this issue. You can do from personal experience, but definitely encourage to reach out also. Do research on, different perspectives. Because I think when it comes down to it too, it's like creating a song that's culturally specific that actually addresses issues that were up here, like either post-traumatic stress or a lot of the cultural generation gap issues. Those songs would probably be have an advantage over songs that are more general, general depression that could relate to anybody, But I'm not saying that those songs wouldn't make it either. We're encouraging more hopeful songs, but that doesn't mean that you could, if you have a dark, depressing song that just is very captivating, that doesn't mean it wouldn't be chosen, But we're just encouraged. We want a balance. We don't want a CD of all like emo, depressing songs. We might have some songs that are like that, but we definitely like. I'm sure like maybe less people might do hopeful songs. So if you did a more hopeful song, that might have an advantage also. Or if you did both, where it had elements of, dark depression and then ended with hope, that would also be an option for you. For me, there's different ways of doing it, but like, we talked about your own experience, but also it could be from like you speaking to someone else, someone that else is going through that issue. Like I wrote a song about teen pregnancy, like for this CD called "This How You Love" a long time ago that Meng Yang helped coordinate. And like I'd never been through teen pregnancy, like I've never been pregnant, or I've never gotten anyone pregnant during my teenage years. And so, but I had to do my own research and talk to people and speak from a perspective of, it was a narrative in a story about someone else that got someone pregnant. And so, so that was me being the second perspective. And so, for me, it all breaks down to perspective, the emotions, what type of music. If you think about the song 30 Year Secret, people always ask the question, does the music, do you write the lyrics first and then create the music after that, or are you inspired to write from the music, that the music's already done? And it's both, basically. You can do it either way, but like for 30 Year Secret, that song was already created, that music that Sengsu did from Watching Leona, and we wrote our lyrics around it. But we already had our ideas for what we wanted to write, but the tone and the mood of that music inspired us to create that song 30 Year Secret. And the message is definitely the most important thing, and details, meaning like, this is what you shouldn't do, is say depression is bad, and I think that's, you get into the point, you are educating in a way, but you're not really captivating people with that statement. You're kind of lecturing. And so for us, it's like, what are the details? Why is depression, hurting people? What's causing it? What are the symptoms? All that stuff. I think it's great that they came to us as musicians, as artists, because they could have done the educational video too, but and we don't have to be as technical as an educational video would. But then artists have always worked with activism through history. You know, artists have inspired movements. Anything from like Bob Marley or John Lennon, how they inspired their movements during their time, to like even like the speech of Martin Luther King, right? That really elevated and lifted the spirits of the people during that time, for them to want to mobilize around creating change. And so we're asking you to, how can you inspire through your songs, through your words,